The National Park Service logo appears with the main title. Ticks. Acadia National Park, Maine. Next, scenic views of bays and shorelines around the park.
Acadia National Park is a wonderful place to enjoy the natural world.
Montage of visitors hiking in the park.
But science is showing us that there is a tiny arachnid that poses more of a threat than most people expect. Ticks.
A small black tick crawls on a green leaf.
And one species in particular can pose a serious threat to visitors.
A tick with black legs and a red back, about the size of the head of a straight pin.
The black-legged tick, also known as the deer tick. This type of tick can transmit several nasty diseases, including Lyme disease.
A brick building under a sunny sky.
Park biologists are partnering with the Maine Medical Research Institute to gain a better understanding of the risk posed by ticks.
Rangers taking measurements in the park. Then a tall bearded man. Words appear. Erickson Smith, wildlife biology technician, Acadia National Park.
We're on the Jessup path near the Sturdivant area of the park, and we're dragging for ticks. So we're dragging these flannel flags on either side of the path. Every 15 meters we'll stop and we'll check the flag to see if any ticks have latched on.
A man stands next to Erickson. Words appear. Vic Wheeler, wildlife biologist, Acadia National Park.
We're targeting black-legged ticks, which are actually what we generally have the most of in the park.
The two men comb the white cloth flag for ticks. Next, ticks crawl next to, and on, the end of leaded pencils. The ticks are smaller than the lead tip.
So I just look for that shape, the telltale shape of a tick. You can also look for movement. Ticks will crawl. And we pick them up with tweezers, and we put them in files, and we send them off to Maine Medical Center.
A man with sandy hair and a burgundy shirt in a lab at the Maine Medical Center. Words appear. Chuck Lubell-Zick, field biologist.
So once we get the ticks here in the lab, we've got about 5 different pathogens that ticks could potentially transmit in Maine.
Several plastic vials with blue tops. Next, biologists study ticks under a microscope.
By testing these ticks from Acadia, we'll be looking at an area that has a lot of high human use, human traffic. We'll be able to tell risk to people attending the park.
Ticks in a petri dish are moved around with the tip of a leaded pencil.
These are engorged adult deer ticks, the size of a large blueberry. Flat deer ticks are going to be a lot smaller, and these are the ones that are going to be out in the fall. They're pretty much going to be out until the snow comes down, or we get average daily temps below 40 degrees or so.
A large sign in the grass, attached to stone columns, reads College of the Atlantic.
Acadia is also working to educate visitors about ways to protect themselves, so park staff recently partnered with graphic arts students at the College of the Atlantic to design posters to help with this public information campaign.
A middle-aged woman in a classroom. Words appear. Drew Colbert, faculty, arts and design.
Behind me here you see a few posters that the students have designed.
Student Haley Montgomery.
We were asked to kind of target visitors of Acadia National Park and communicate to them how they can easily prevent themselves from having tick bites, having ticks on them, and getting Lyme disease.
Haley stands in front of a poster.
So this is my poster here, and I've titled it Tic-Tac-No, and made a game of tic-tac-toe in the middle. To win tic-tac-toe, you can tuck your pants into your socks, check yourself for ticks, and use tick repellent. And you have won tic-tac-toe, and you beat the ticks at their own game.
A montage of visitors walking around the park, some walk with their pets.
Science is teaching us that we don't need to be afraid of ticks. We just need to be vigilant about taking proper precautions when we're out on park trails.
Words appear. The header reads, "Take care from ticks." Lines read, "Walk in the middle of trails, away from vegetation." Wear light-colored clothing so ticks are easier to spot. Wear pants tucked into socks. Spray your shoes and clothing with repellent. Check yourself carefully after walks. End credits. Narrator Maquette Kark. Videographer/editor Rhonda Wasner. Thank you. The College of the Atlantic and Maine Medical Research Institute. The National Park Service logo appears.